Episode 2, Random Randallness. Going to proceed forward with step 2 of the door panel for my daughter's car. So we'll go through and take a look at that and do some more disassembly. If you may have noticed, episode 1 was rather bouncy and shaky. I filmed most of that just holding the camera, or by camera I mean iPhone, in my hand, out at arm's length. Not really the best way to do it. Things tend to bounce and, you know, it's really hard to hold them very still when you're doing that. So figured that out pretty quick. I'm still really new to this whole video recording yourself and talking to the camera thing. So, but kind of used my tripod. So I've actually balanced my tripod on my hip and I'm sort of holding it with my hand. And seems to keep the camera, you know, relatively stable. And so here is from episode 1. We have the door panel. So this is there's the little seam. So this is the piece that I fiberglassed. So it actually fiberglassed pretty well. There you can see the fiberglass on the inside. It actually held pretty well. It's a pretty strong bond, and I think that's going to work pretty well. So I cleaned up some more of the panel and repaired some more of the damage. I got a few more things I got to do to it just to prep it and get it ready. So the other part of the door panel I need to work on next is this part. This is obviously where all the controls and everything are. All of that needs to come out. This whole assembly here needs to come out. This is just clipped in and should pop right out. This is all glued in. Hopefully you can see in the shot. That's glue, this is glue, that's glue down there. And a lot of that glue is already sort of pulled away. But the rest of it needs to be kind of pulled and popped, and then that whole thing will just pop right out. And then this is the speaker grill. And these are actually what I did on the other one was just to sort of sand them down a little bit. And then this whole speaker grill will pop off. And at that point, I have access to this old panel here. So once I have access to all of this, you can see it's tucked behind the speaker grill here, and it's, you know, this kind of frames it. So once I have all of that, I can completely remove this bubble wrapped cracked vinyl and replace it with the dark gray stuff that I'm going to use. First thing we're going to do, I think, is get the speaker off. These literally just studs that were melted probably at the factory, just to spread them out, hold them in. Probably intended to be somewhat like semi-permanent, but it's got to come off, so it's the only way I can figure out how to do it. That one's free. And 3 more to go. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing this is if you do turn this up a little too high, this is just a sander bit. The sander bit will actually melt the plastic and then the plastic will reform. So if you're not sanding away the plastic, then you're not doing yourself any good because it's just going to melt and then sort of reform right where you don't want it to. So a lot of these little chunks, I actually had it up too high that time, and it was melting it and reforming it, but that's why this won't go out yet. So a little more work. And there you go. One speaker housing, casing, cover, thing. It's made out of plastic. There you go. But now you can see I can actually get to all this stuff, but I don't want to just rip this off because I actually want the foam that's behind it. So I actually want to peel, because we're going to leave the foam and reuse the foam because I don't have to recut all the foam. That would be a lot of work and kind of a nightmare, so we don't want to do that. But now I got to get this guy off for the this. Yeah, there you go. And I'm willing to bet there's one on the other side too. Can't really see under there very well. Yeah, take my word for it, there's one on the other side too. So, turns out I was doing that all wrong. It actually goes out the other side, like this. And there you go, one free piece. So, yeah, that's how that comes out. Now to break some glue. And if you'll notice, there's glue here. So this black piece is glued to here, but it's also glued to the tan, not to this. This is separate, but to the tan. And the tan is also glued here, but this is already, that's already broken away with time. So this piece is actually already a little loose. This is the glue you're really gonna be, worried about. Yeah, so these two little studs here sort of need to come up. And I thought about drilling those out, but the last time I pulled one of these off, I didn't really need to. But I just got a screwdriver in there and sort of just wedged that up. And it's the only way I could figure out to do it. Maybe if you heat it or something, it would come out easier, but I just put some muscle to her. Or as we say here in Maine, give it a beans, bud. So I wonder if they say that anywhere else. That's an old Maine thing. Give it the beans. So, bub. Give it the beans, bub. Alright, see if we can get that off. Well, after a really good forearm workout, finally got her free. So, literally just getting up and cutting all that glue. You can see it on the other side. And now this is totally free. And literally just need to sort of wiggle it out. Because that little bump right there sort of gets in the way. And there you go. That's all it took. There you go. This whole piece now, nothing holding it in, everything's out. So I can now take all of this bubbled, crappy, old stuff off and replace it with the dark gray marine vinyl that I bought. So I will show you when you're taking this stuff off. This will actually sort of just peel away. See that? Just be really careful. You want to kind of just coax the foam away, because we want the foam. We want to leave the foam behind. So most of it's already bubbled and peeling. The rest you're going to have to peel by yourself. Or I'm going to have to peel by myself. Be very careful around these little holes here from where the speaker thing was in. Thanks for watching episode 2, everybody. Like, subscribe. There will be more to come on this one. This project is far from over. There's still quite a bit to the interior I need to do. We will have more videos and we'll finish off this project, and hopefully this helps some people if they're looking to redo some upholstery inside their car. It doesn't have to be a Volvo. Just this is an example of how to get to it, how to work with the fabric, and you know, hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Trying to couple with take 2. Welcome everybody. This will hopefully be video 2. Welcome everybody. Random randomness. Gray marine vinyl. Oh, hi Yellow Jacket. Welcome to Maine. It's Yellow Jacket season. I don't know if you can. He's really interested in my feet right now. Please go away. But yes, there's Mr. Yellow Jacket. From what I hear, if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. So I'm just going to ignore him and hope I don't step on him. But this whole thing here... Oh, hello, Mr. Yellow Jacket. Can you really just leave me alone now, please? Fucking murder hornets or something. Oh, now he likes the panel. He wants to check out the panel. Cool. Anyway...